Hello everybody, welcome back to another Lego room vlog. Jordan here. Today I'm going to continue working on the shelving that I installed not too long ago, just behind me here, right above my desk. I've still got to go to Home Depot, got to pick up some more materials so I can finish up that project. So let's start with that and then I guess we'll go from there. Easy as that, everybody. Got my track, the brackets, and 100 pack of screws. Funny story, I bought 3 packs of screws because I couldn't find them anywhere last time for like $5, and the 100 pack is $15. So I was like, you know what, I guess I'll have some metal screws, in my inventory. So I don't really mind having 100 of those because I got steel studs, so it is what it is. For $15 to get 100 of them, or to buy 2 packs of 3 for $10, I may as well spend the additional $5 and get 100 screws. Funny how that works. So here's the shelving that you can buy in bulk and then cut to your own size. And of course, Home Depot will cut it for you as well. I have enough in my garage. It should suffice. But if I ever need any more, this is where I'll come to get it. And you can see they come in pre-cut sizes. Like that's 5/8. Or we've got like big long ones over here. So you can get them in any size. So pretty customizable, which is nice. And if I wanted to, I could go with this color. That would actually look pretty nice. The maple color, that might pop off that wall pretty nicely. Maybe I'll have to do that in the future. See, and this is the melamine here that I top my tables with. Gives it a nice clean finish. And I could buy the thin stuff, which is right here. This has actually gone up in price recently. Never used to be $60 for the half-inch stuff. But yeah, you can take this stuff and I could rip it to the right size here at the Home Depot, to like whatever it is, 5 inches or whatever, to put on the edging of my table. I would do that today, but I don't know. I didn't really measure and find out how much I need. I guess I could just grab one sheet and rip it into strips of 5 inches, and then I could put it on the sides of the table. But I'll save that for another day, I think. I don't know if I want to do that project right now. I'm also wearing my nice new Oilers sweater, and I don't really feel like hauling around lumber, you know? Get like slivers and stuff in it and get it all dirty. No. Today's game day. We're playing the Calgary Flames tonight at 8. I got home from the depot and put the bag on the floor here. And then I started shipping. And I shipped all this stuff from this morning's stream. I streamed for 3 hours and shipped 42 parcels. And that brings us to 20 to 8. I sort of forgot about eating though, so in goes the Costco pizza. Woohoo! And the wife says I can't cook. Well, what the heck do you call that? Well, I guess I'll see if I can get this thing mounted here before the pizza's ready. Good thing my desks are on wheels. Somebody asked what the name of the leg is from IKEA that has the caster wheels. And there you go. It's up and I've got 2 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. Nice. So that was easy. And look at that, I even got some screws to spare. I actually am going to put probably one more screw in each of them. They've got 4 screws. They're 2-inch screws and steel studs. Probably more than enough, but we'll see. The problem is, wherever your screw is, you can't put your bracket. You see what I mean? Screw gets in the way. It's not a big deal though, because honestly, 4 screws is more than enough. I could literally hang off that thing. I tell you folks, I am very tempted just to let my pizza burn so we can get those shelves up. But you know what? Man's got to eat. I do have 2 minutes though, because it's got to sit before you cut it. So this right here is a 6-foot shelf that spans across. You can see it's pretty much level with my parts. Now what I'll probably do is go to my garage, grab one of the 8-foot shelves, and cut it at 6'7". Yeah, 6'7", so it goes right to there and pretty much connects with that shelf. I think that'll look really good. It's actually almost exact. And I think it'll just like make it look complete. And then also have just that extra space there. Now for this shelf, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, because as you can see, if I make it 6 feet, it's going to be hard to get these part drawers all the way up. But only the drawer that lines up with it. One drawer. These are super short, so like those are no problem. What I could do is leave the top shelf longer so it goes into that corner over there, and then you can put something above the Hogwarts castle. And of course, if I decide to go that route, I would have to put another track in that corner, because just like this corner, there will be another stud over there, and that would give the shelf support. A little bit of trial and error, but it's sort of like permanent cuts, you know? You can make them shorter, but you can't make them longer, so I've really got to think about that. All right, I ate my pizza. You know what? The other day when I was at Home Depot, I went and bought all LED bulbs. I was changing a light bulb the other day in the house because it's burned out. I was like, what? I have 60-watt bulbs in this house still? What the heck's wrong with me? So I replaced it for LEDs. Check it out. Yeah. Super bright now everywhere we go. Totally worth it. If you're still using the 60-watt bulbs, go buy LEDs. I bought a whole box of them for 12 of them for 25 bucks. Really cheap. Not too bad. One other thing about lighting. In our living areas, I use soft white, which is like almost a yellowish color. And then in other areas where you want it brighter, like your office or maybe your bathroom, I use daylight, just a little bit brighter. Then also you can go to Home Depot or any hardware store and buy dimmer switches and dimmer bulbs and very easily install them. We did that in the nursery. Just a thing about lighting. I love lighting. Lighting is important. And the dimmer switches in here are awesome. And of course, that's what I have here in the basement. Everything's on dimmers to sort of set the tone. Yeah, not bad. Before I continue doing anything, I've got to walk my poor puppy dogs. They haven't been walked all day. Oh my gosh. First cut, 79 inches. Going to be making some sawdust here in the garage because it's getting pretty late. Look at this, everybody. It's the money cut. Ooh. Oh, I'll probably put the cut end against the wall though. But wow, fits like a glove. We're going to leave it as a 6-foot shelf, but it's got to be flipped once again because that's pretty ugly. I'd rather have that facing the top. Now this is a 6-foot shelf, so we're going to test it out down here and see what it looks like right by the parts. As predicted, it's really not that bad. You can still access all of these parts very easily. This drawer does not come out, but we'll just put bulk parts there that, you know, don't have to come out. This drawer will hit something on the shelf, but once again, just make those miscellaneous parts. That's not a big deal if the drawer doesn't come out. That is awesome because we gain 2 feet of shelving. Woof, there we go. Another 6-foot shelf installed. Booyah. Right off the hop here, building a nice little Harry Potter display. Working out beautifully. And actually filled that back corner there with the Lord of the Rings Tower of Orthanc. And the shelf above my desk will be a subtle yet stern reminder that I've got to get working on some projects. It might offset the weight too much actually, but I could cut that shelf in the middle and lower it above the Hogwarts Express, and then have 2 different tiers on the top shelf for taller sets and shorter sets. It would help fill in some of that void space there for sure. Or I could try and slide the Hogwarts Express to the very edge of the shelf and build some risers in the back here and put a second tier of sets just in behind. You see, it's a classic maneuver right there. Could probably even go 1 more panel tall, raise them right up. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa, or whatever it is. Hey, look at that. That is sweet. I love it. And that, I just think, is the icing on the cake right there. These guys are a little bit tight. They're living life on the edge. I just put them on Pick-a-Brick cups. But it fills in that shelf. So as you can see, I've got the entire top shelf there. And then also this shelf right here on top of the parts. All clear, open for the taking. One thing I've got to do is go to Dollarama, the dollar store, and just get some Bristol board and cut it to the window size. I don't know why I tried to do it with the pieces of like construction paper before. Why wouldn't I just get the thick Bristol board and tape it to the window frame? So I've got to go do that. I don't know when I'll do that. I should have done that today when I was out and about, but I forgot. But back in the day, I bought all of these boxes here from IKEA with the intent of putting my instructions in them. And these things are not banker's boxes. They're not strong. So these are what I'm going to put in the window as my risers. Oh my gosh, it's pretty much perfect. That is amazing. And of course, I'm going to pull the Titanic forward here because this is my favorite set. It's my showpiece. It's right there on top of the parts. Perfect. I'm probably going to flip it the other way though, so the nose of the ship is facing us. So now I have to make the difficult decision of deciding which sets are going to fill up the available space in our new shelving display. I don't know. What sets would you choose? It is a tough one. Like, what would look good behind the Titanic? I was thinking of moving my Mario stuff like Bowser, the NES, but that wouldn't look good behind the Titanic. So I really don't know what to put back there. I'm thinking the globe looks good behind the Titanic there. Obviously it doesn't fit on the white boxes, but I did use one of these acrylic part bins. And that raised it up just a smidge there. Would like to raise it up a little bit more. I might have to go buy some acrylic risers from somewhere. And then over here, I put the ship in the bottle, which was actually buried on our shelves, so it's nice to get it out in the open. Then I decided to go with the Vincent van Gogh Starry Night and also the bonsai tree. The Titanic is a pretty tall set, so it does a pretty good job of blocking those sets back there. Ultimately, I could put something shorter there. Yeah, like that solution is just screaming to me right now. Hogwarts icons, right there. This whole display, right here where the Titanic is, those things behind on the boxes, and then the Titanic right there. Yeah, so much for your magical legs there, Hermione. Well, that was an unrecorded disaster. Hey, this is looking pretty amazing. I put the Boeing Dreamliner right there in the corner. Yeah, that looks sweet. Just in front of the globe, we got the Hogwarts Express, Hedwig, the Hungarian Horntail, Fox the Phoenix, all the gold minifigures, Harry and Hermione, the Hogwarts Castle, the Orthanc Tower behind that with Dumbledore on top. Over here we've got the Vincent van Gogh Starry Night, Ship in the Bottle, Jazz Quartet, and also the Crocodile Locomotive. I just think those look pretty classy. They display well, so I think they sort of match the desk vibe. Titanic, very visible there actually. Really happy with that. And then the Hogwarts moment sets, or icons, sorry, Hogwarts icon set. And then just my clutter shelf, which is why I wanted to make these changes. And my desk is just awesome now. Now that I see how clean and convenient the track shelving is, I think I'm going to replace all of my Billy... No, I'm just kidding. But technically what I could do is put track shelving around the Lego City on all three walls. So we could put shelves there, along the back, and also on the far wall by the amusement park. It actually wouldn't take long based on how easy the other tracks were to put up. Now, I don't know about the back wall, but the interesting thing about track shelving is you can actually get the brackets that accommodate 16-inch shelves, and that platform back there is actually 15 inches with an inch overhang. So you could technically replace, or I could technically replace the platform with a shelf that's attached to the brackets on the track shelving, making it pretty much level and also eliminating the need for the legs that support the platform. So it's pretty interesting that I could do that. With that said, I come to the conclusion that these shelves could also be used for city expansion, whether it's in the amusement park or over there by the zoo or above the campground or anywhere really. They could be used to expand the city by building specific scenes or raised platforms. The possibilities are truly endless. I have also been thinking lately that it would be nice to get rid of this Billy unit and also this one here, because these are up against our PAX wardrobe units. So our PAX wardrobe units are actually, I don't know if we're going to be able to see, but they're actually not pushed up. Let's see if I can move this one-handed here. Not pushed up against the wall. This is sketchy. The wall back there, you see that? So they come off the wall about a foot. So if I got rid of these billy units, then I would be able to push these up against the wall, widening this hallway here and just making it more inviting. And I just think it might look better. Of course, I'd lose 2 billy units, so I don't know if I'd have enough space for all of that Lego. I just sort of wanted to get rid of those for some reason. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and do this, but it definitely wouldn't be hard to execute because these tables are built deck strong, so I could literally hop up on the tables and do it. And everything is built using mills, so everything can be moved out of the way very easily. I think if I were to do this idea, I would experiment with this big open wall right there, because that's in a lot of the shots, right? And just when you come down, you see that wall. So I could very easily just go by, I don't know what, 6 tracks, because the studs are every 24 inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it is, install them, and then put 2 shelves above the Lego City and deck that out with cool Lego sets. And then it would sort of be like the past when we had the billy units going around the Lego City. And when we did that, the bottom shelves were useless anyway. So then we'd still have Lego sets going around. Now, of course, when we do this, or if we do this, I would probably only do a maximum of a 12-inch shelf, because you wouldn't want it coming out over the city, you know, big time. But yeah, it would just be super neat. It's something that we could consider doing. So at this point in my day, I feel like I've been on the go the entire day, other than feeding babies and watching hockey in the middle of the night, because I record the game. But we got all this done. We shipped 42 parcels, and now I'm thinking about track shelving behind the Lego City. That wraps up this update, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I sure do, because it looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm fired up on this new display. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on by. Remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the near future. Farewell.